Everclear and special guest Marcy Playground and Jimmy's Chicken Shack. You're going to all play at the House of Blues, right around the corner here. Wednesday night, October the 16th. If you want to go, Ticketmaster.com's got the information. I got your tickets. Caller 10. These are yours. Everclear and Company. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
What are you guys doing here?
They have to be here.
What are you doing here?
What's your excuse?
Back to the Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
First episode. You know, he's giving her all that nonsense about how, oh, you're so smart. No, I don't know if she's smart. But, you know, that's what you tell somebody that you want to bang. No, you, I just like your personality. You're so smart. But he said according to her testimony, he said, well, this would be good for you if you ever want to get out of that trailer park. Oh. And she's like, I never lived in a trailer park.
Modular homes.
Thank you very much. You get there and they're already set up. And yeah, it's pretty wild, though, what's going on. She walked out of the bathroom. She had to have a piss or whatever. Walked out of the bathroom, and he was sitting on the edge of the bed in just like his boxers and a T-shirt. So, again, I'm still unclear, even with the stories that we've heard, even with her testimony, even with obviously there's no live video coverage of this in this trial, but still unclear how they went from that to the having sex part. Because if you watched any of the cable news coverage, they were really trying to dance around the more lascivious details here. And they made it quite clear in the courtroom that they weren't going to allow anything like that. They're like, we're not going to get way into the weeds because, frankly, that has nothing to do with the case itself. But the mention of, you know, when you tell a blonde porn star, you're like, yeah, you remind me of my daughter. Ugh. And he told her that he and Melania don't even sleep in the same room, which I'm sure shocks no one. What do you think Mother's Day looks like for Melania? You know, he comes out and does these little press conferences, you know, after every day's court proceedings are done, and it's all nonsense and made up. But he was complaining that he wasn't going to be allowed to go to his son's high school graduation because they were going to be in court. And the judge at the time made it very clear, no, we're not going to be in court that day, so you're making that up. You're more than welcome to go to your son's high school graduation. So now that he has that day off, he's not going to go to his son's high school graduation. He's going to go to a fundraiser in Minnesota. So, yes, of course, obviously that was all made up. He couldn't care less about his son. He probably didn't even know where his son. Do you know where Barron Trump goes to high school?
St. Ed's?
I was going to say. That's what I thought, too. He goes to Invictus, right down the school here. Yeah, right down the street, right there on Euclid. Yeah, but so I don't know what I don't know if her testimony is finished. I don't know what remains of the Stormy Daniels thing in there. But I wonder what Mother's Day looks like. I wonder if there's a because the people who other people who had testified made it very, very clear that he was not concerned about the Stormy Daniels thing becoming public because of his family. He didn't want it becoming public because of the election. So it's like he wasn't worried about Melania finding out or his kid, anything like that, which is why I find it doubly strange that he's like denying he did anything with Stormy Daniels, because you'd think even a regular guy would be like, yeah, I did it. I got it in there. But so I don't know if she's done. And I didn't watch The Celebrity Apprentice. I would have watched had she been on it. You know, Dice was on The Celebrity Apprentice. A lot of people. Tom Green, when we had Tom Green in here a couple of weeks ago, we didn't really get into it, but he was on The Celebrity Apprentice with Andrew Dice Clay.
He had a hilarious line in one of his stand-ups where he was talking about Tom Green. He was talking about just how he'd never anticipated the life that he had. And he was like, here's a real sentence. Like, here's a true sentence. He was like, Donald Trump fired me for getting drunk with Dennis Rodman. It's just like,
right.
This my life is insane. Like, there's no reason why these sentences should be happening. Like,
now, Mary got drunk with Dennis Rodman and didn't get fired.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not fired.
She kept her job. I don't know what that job was at the time, but she got drunk with Dennis Rodman, and nothing bad happened.
Well, I missed a show.
You
at
missed the show
Hilarities.
Hilarities. Yeah.
Oh.
Only show I've ever missed because of my own.
But if you have to miss a show,
Correct.
and your excuse is, I was in a limousine getting drunk with Dennis Rodman.
I was on a 3-day bender.
There you go.
I found out Cleveland had yacht clubs this weekend. All right, guys, let me.
The most amazing part of that story is that you didn't have sex with Dennis Rodman.
Why is that so amazing to everybody?
Because the guy put it in everything, and here you are in a 3-day bender with him, and nothing happens.
Right, but first of all, that's insinuating that I would want to sleep with Dennis Rodman.
Well, you said he didn't even try anything.
Right.
That's
But
the
also-
amazing thing to me.
But I wasn't putting out vibes like, hey, this could happen.
This
You know
is
what
not
I
a
mean?
guy I think looking for vibes.
You think he's just, I'm Dennis Rodman, go to my room.
Of course.
I don't
He's
know.
Dennis Rodman. He's the worm. Why did they call him the worm? Because they found him at the bottom of tequila? No.
Yes.
They call him the worm for a variety of reasons.
I mean, first of all, I wasn't interested. Second of all, he's also banging Carmen Electra.
Well, not then he
beautiful,
wasn't.
famous supermodels.
Back in
I'm
the
saying
day, he was. He was
But
putting it
that's
in
who he's-
Madonna and
right,
Carmen Electra.
that's
Right.
who he's been with. So even if I were interested, I don't know that a stand-up comic alcoholic from Cleveland was really.
But what I'm saying is, I guarantee you Dennis Rodman banged someone in Cleveland that weekend.
Oh no, I know he did.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Picked her
saying.
up from one of the yacht clubs.
There you go. Could have been you.
But
Was
she
she
was
hot?
really hot and super tiny with big giant fake boobs
Yeah.
and exactly what you would think she would look like.
Do we know her?
No,
Oh.
I didn't know her.
Yeah, Mary's
She's
not hanging
wearing
out
a-
at the yacht club.
She's
not.
wearing a wedding ring that she didn't seem to care to hide. Or
No,
show
of
off.
course not.
But
She's like, no, I'm going to go sit on Dennis Rodman's pole in the
I
back
do
of a
know her.
limo. Well, anyway. It's a missed opportunity, I
it
guess.
is not.
For him, for him, Mary.
Everyone I tell that story to is like, I can't believe you didn't sleep with him. I'm like, I don't understand. Just because he's famous, I've never been that person.
No,
you
no, no.
At least be attracted to them.
No, I was saying I'm surprised he didn't put the moves on you.
There's plenty of people falling all over him. that he wouldn't
Understood.
have
I'm
had
just
to
saying
try
it's
with.
like you got a drunk girl there for 3 days. That's low-hanging
Yes,
fruit. I mean,
But I also wasn't flirting with him. So I think if it were a drunk girl who was easy and into it and hey, take me up to your room, then yeah,
Right.
you don't have to do any work. And there were plenty of those around.
right.
You know?
Because this wasn't Dennis Rodman in 1992. You know what I
No,
mean?
This was
Like you-
2017, I think, or
Right.
2018.
So he was like late 50s.
Yeah.
So you get to that point and you still want to be the man. And I thought maybe when it got to that point, he was just looking around and you were right there.
No.
But it didn't work out that way.
Nothing like that.
All right. I mean, obviously, there's the height differential.
He's like 2 feet taller than I am.
He's 6'7".
But also that tiny little thing that he took home, she was not much taller than me, but she was like 100 pounds with big fake boobs.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And at the
So I don't
yacht
know.
club, if she falls over,
She
she'll
sounds
float.
really smart.
She
She
sounds
does
really
or he
smart.
does.
She does.
Yeah.
She might have been.
It was a callback.
I know, Bill. Keep explaining your jokes. That helps.
Mm-hmm. Alan, I can't believe Trump scored Karen McDougal. That's the bigger shocker. She's the one in Playboy, I think. Karen McDougal. She's the other part of that. He paid her too or something. But Dennis Rodman likes asses and Mary don't have one.
Nope.
But did you then? You had a little bit more on you when you were drinking.
Yeah, but I had a belly.
Ah.
I mean, I had bigger boobs and a bigger belly, and my legs were bigger, but not in the way that you'd want them to be.
Yeah.
In an alcoholic way, not like that
believe-
girl stacked way.
To quote one of your old jokes, you had the body like the Grinch.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was shaped like the Grinch.
What does that mean?
You know how when he's standing on the top of Mount Crumpet and he's got his hands on his hips?
I mean, I can't conjure that image immediately, but what does his body look like?
There's no other way to describe
Like
it.
a-
other than
like a belly-
Grinch
like a
body.
pear.
Oh, like really
No,
skinny
not
legs?
even like
and-
a pear. That's a very. I felt like most people would be able to picture that in their head, but you don't like movies, so
I love tons of movies.
not good ones.
You don't like the ones that I like. First of all, I've probably seen the Grinch movie, but I can't form a snapshot in my brain of him standing on top of Crumpet Mountain.
Mount Crumpet, I can't stand you.
Mount Crumpet. So he's like got a big body and tiny legs.
He's got you can see his little boobs, and then he's got a belly. It's like a profile view of him.
This was the Jim Carrey Grinch?
Yes.
And he's standing there. He's got the, oh, God.
Yeah. That's why it's
That's
funny.
not what you look like.
When I was a drunk?
Yeah.
Pretty close.
All that green
Grinch
fur?
vibe. Yeah.
Oh,
really
wow.
furry.
Ooh,
Super furry.
yeah. Okay. Hey, Woody.
Ellen.
Hey,
How's your day, babe?
what's going on?
Hey, listen, you were just talking about the testimonials with the Donald Trump thing. And, I try to stay away from that crap as much as I possibly can. But, I hope you don't put me off as some crazy right now because I've had a couple cocktails. But, in this day and age, yeah, honestly,
Oh, my
me,
goodness.
it is what day is it? Is it Wednesday?
Wednesday all day, Woody.
But listen to me. We're a couple of decades of putting a man on Mars. We came up with a vaccine for COVID within a year of it coming out and scaring the hell out of the whole planet. My question to you, sir, is why can't we come up with a simple drug to put in somebody to make them tell the truth, and it'll be over and done with it? Is because
Well, it's called
it'll
sodium
destroy the legal
pentothal, but
system?
it's nothing you can give someone. They're not giving that to people in a court of law.
Well, what I'm saying is we'll destroy the whole legal system. It's like, all right, did you kill that guy? Here, take this pill. You tell me if you did or not. Easy peasy, right? Will it destroy the whole legal system?
Well,
You can't force somebody to take a drug.
yeah, no.
The Fifth Amendment is a thing.
Well, yeah, but it's not gonna hurt them. It's just gonna make them tell the truth. You see where I'm going with this?
Yes, but you don't know that it wouldn't hurt them.
Well, it is. But in this day and age, you're telling me we can't, because one person says, well, he's lying, she's lying, and then people got to determine who's telling the truth. In 2024, you can say, here, take this pill, and this will be the truth.
Woody, technically what you're talking about is not unprecedented. I think they were actually doing that a long time ago. But I'm sure someone sued, and it was determined that it was unconstitutional. I imagine that if we were able to do that now, there would be a lot of people that would love to be doing that. But you'll also notice that a lot of people post about their crimes on social media. So Facebook and TikTok and Instagram are doing a lot of police work these days. They're cutting back on the paperwork when these guys steal stuff and then post a video on Facebook. And then the cops come knocking and they go, hey, we saw your post.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But I'm not asking a completely crazy questions. Like, really? Take this pill. Did you do it or you didn't? And it makes you tell the truth. No more lawyers, no more judges, right?
There is a case. Townsend v. Sane is the case about truth serum being ruled unconstitutional. The Chicago police had arrested someone in connection with a murder, and the doctor gave the guy truth serum, and they alleged that it caused his confession, but it wasn't admissible at trial.
Oh, it induced his confession to a crime, not the truth.
Well,
the truth.
That's what he said, that it was coerced. And you can't coerce a confession, even though it happens all the time. Even if you can't get your hands on truth serum, there's just no end to the coerced confessions out there in interrogation rooms around the country. So maybe they figured, why spend the money on truth serum when we'll just get it one way or another? We'll convince them that they committed this crime. All right. Thank you, Woody.
A picture of Long Island. It'd be cool.
There you go. All right. That's Woody's answer to a lot of things. A picture of Long Island iced teas.
Sounds good to me.
Mary dodged a bullet. Dennis Rodman is good friends with Kim Jong-un. Good friends? I don't know. That felt like a photo op for a long time, but Yeah. Yeah, well, listen, you might have dodged a bullet there, you know? You might not have a lot of great stories subsequent to that if you had had a Dennis Rodman story. Did he at least serenade you? Did he at least
No.
Nothing?
We were literally.
Did he regale
just...
you with tales of his athletic
No,
prowess
he
back in the
barely spoke
day?
to me.
Wow.
He barely spoke to me. He
Wow.
was not interested in me at all, like as a person to be around. He was there to go do his club appearances, make his money, and like party. That's it. He
Would
had
you
no
rather
other
be in the
interest.
woods with a bear or Dennis Rodman? Because you've established that you're not up to his standards.
But I know.
Would you
him
feel
now.
safer with Dennis Rodman in the woods or a bear?
I feel like if he didn't try to make a move when I was blackout drunk for 3 days around him, he's not going to try to rape or kill me
Ah.
sober.
So in that instance, you'd rather be in the woods with Dennis Rodman than the bear.
I'd rather be in the woods with a worm than a bear. Yes.
Ah. All right. Well, I'm going to get that message to his people,
Let him know.
and I imagine that he'll be very gratified by that.
Yeah.
I'll go, Dear Dennis Rodman, you don't know me, but I know someone you met, and she would rather be. Of course, I have to word it carefully, or he might take it as an invitation.
Right.
I can't just say, come out of nowhere and say, she'd rather be with you in the woods than a bear.
Would you like to go to the woods?
Would you like to go into the woods, back to the Cleveland Yacht Club, with a bear or with Mary Santora? Bear or mare is the game we're playing
Yes.
with Dennis Rodman.
Bear or mare.
All right. If he were to ever come back to town now that you're straight edge, clean and sober, do you think that you would try to reconnect with him?
No, it seems pointless. I really don't think he would even remember me. He was like going in, fulfilling his time, however long he was contractually obligated to be at
What was he
these
here
places.
for?
He was just doing club appearances.
I
He
see.
came in town for like my friend's birthday party or something like
Yeah.
that. My friend used to be his, I wouldn't even, tour manager or road manager or something like that.
Concubine? Oh.
Something. And he was having a birthday party, and Dennis Rodman did a bunch of club appearances that same weekend. So he came in. We were contractually obligated to be at Liquid from midnight to 1 a.m. And we showed up at 11:59 and we left at 1:01. You
Gotcha.
know? He was not messing around. Sure, I'll come get drunk. You guys give me bottle service, and people can take pictures of me.
Well, I
That's
heard
the
from
thing.
one of our, I got a text from one of our bureau chiefs in Jersey that Dennis Rodman's coming to Jersey
Oh,
to hang out with. He's right across the river from you, hanging out, signing autographs. You go, hey, we met in Cleveland.
and he'll be like, "Cool."
Little out of town story. He's going to be at the
Nice.
Woodbridge Brewing Company on Saturday
I'll say, "What do you need?"
from 2 to
What?
5. He's going to be
Yeah.
signing autographs
Hey,
out there
Brian, I know we haven't seen each other in 5 weeks. Do you want to go to Jersey to see if Dennis Rodman might remember me?
and it's $99 a ticket.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Good. All right, let me give you these. What do I got for you? Something. Oh, money. $330. Give me the next chance for you to grab $1,000 courtesy of the Buzz.